Well. Would you look at this? Looks like Bowen Turner just couldn't keep himself out of trouble even after he skated right on by for basically having charges dropped or being found not guilty, whatever the case may be, in the violation cases that was against him. Because according to this article from BuzzFeed News, he has been arrested again. For what this time? Because he violated his probation. Now keep in mind, he just got this probation like less than a month ago. And already he's now back in a predicament where he could possibly face jail time. But the fact of the matter is, I won't hold my breath or wait on bated breath in saying that he will go to jail this time. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this article and see what else occurred with him to land him into hot water again. Bowen Turner, a 19-year-old South Carolina resident whose light sentence in a violation case made national headlines, was arrested in Orangeburg for public disorderly conduct on Monday morning. Turner was accused of violations by 3 teenagers from 2018 to 2019. In April 2022, he pled guilty to a lesser charge in the third case and was sentenced under the Youth Offender Act not to exceed 6 years, suspended to 5 years of probation. The first allegation is still under investigation, and his second alleged victim died in November 2021, prompting the prosecutor to drop that case. Turner is also required to complete sex offender counseling during his probation, but won't have to register as a sex offender unless he violates his probation. The arrest on Monday, first reported by local outlet Fitz News, took place at 12:30 a.m. It is unrelated to the sexual assault cases, but the arrest is likely in violation of his current probation. Generally, in every probation I have ever seen, is that a condition of probation you cannot commit any new crimes. Ali Managakis, a criminal justice attorney and director of South Carolina for Criminal Justice Reform, told BuzzFeed News. Disorderly conduct would certainly be one of those crimes. If found to have violated probation, Turner could face a maximum of 6 years in prison in accordance with his sentence. Latasha Riley, an Orangeburg County Detention Center record supervisor, told BuzzFeed News that Turner was held in lieu of a $257.50 bond. Do y'all hear that? I could pay that. That's nothing. Turner's attorney, State Senator Brad Hutto, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Turner's sentence was widely criticized by the families of the alleged victims and sexual assault victim advocates. We have a law in South Carolina that victims' rights are to be as zealously protected as defendants. Sarah Ford, an attorney with the South Carolina Victim Assistance Network representing 2 of the families, previously told BuzzFeed News. And I guess my question is that what happened here? Because these victims certainly don't feel that way. The family of Turner's second accuser, Dallas Stoller, has petitioned for the prosecutor's office to reopen her case and is slated to rally at the South Carolina State House on Thursday. So, like I said, last month, he pretty much got away scot-free with pretty much every charge that came his way, every accusation. And the thing is, every accusation and charge that was hit with him was true, but they still let him off. Now, fast forward to literally just a couple weeks later, not even an entire month later, he's back in trouble. See, I've always said, when you let these professionals ice skaters get on that ice and give their best performance, they'll be right back in trouble again. Because he hasn't learned his lesson. He's very privileged. This is the thing I keep stressing when it comes to PC privilege. They will continue to do whatever it is that they're doing. Now, granted, he did not get in trouble for what landed him in the predicaments that he was in before, but he hasn't learned his lesson. So he's going to continue to do whatever it is that he wants to do because he has that option. He has the privilege. He has the wiggle room in order to do whatever he wants. Now, what the outcome of this will be, I'm not entirely sure. After all, they gave him a $257.50 bond. I mean, that they might as well have given him, his walking papers right there. Like, that's absolutely nothing to him. Probably compared to what he originally had at one point in time for the previous cases in which he was in court for. But they love to tell us that white privilege isn't a thing. You're looking at the definition of it right here on your screen. You're getting a visual. You're getting a name. That was very quick. I can't remember if I said or if I didn't say in my commentary about him if he was going to be in trouble again. But if I did, I called that one right down the middle. And honestly, even if I didn't, this doesn't surprise me that he's back in the situations that he's in right now. Because again, he hasn't learned his lesson, and he never will, because he's lived in a life where he's never had to face consequences. It's pretty obvious at this point. And many of them are like that, where they can literally skate on by and nothing happens to them, and they continue to act out and do whatever it is that they want. And see, this is also the fault of the courts, like the judges, and allowing this to to go right on by. This is your fault. Because what if what he did was, say, worse than what he was on trial for initially? What if he actually really violently hurt somebody, even though the act of violations is violent in itself? But I'm talking about where there could have been a loss of life. And I've said this before. A lot of these judges that continue to let people skate on by like that, let someone like this get in contact with a family member of yours that's a minor, or a female in his case. Then it won't look so good. But if you had did what you were supposed to do, it wouldn't have came to that. Now, I wonder, if this is disorderly conduct, I wonder if there was any other involvement, like from other people, or, did he do something to other people in order for that to occur? Because that disorderly thing, someone had to have made a call. And maybe they may have recognized him from this case. But see, here's the thing. He has so much privilege, and he's so egotistical, that he did not care that he walked away from a trial in which he should have been found guilty on every count, in which he violated three young women, and decided that he's going to go out and have a good time out in the open as if people don't know who he is. I'm very sure that his face was plastered everywhere for the residents of South Carolina to see, especially on a local outlet. So it's not like he doesn't know that people know who he is. And he probably prefers that people know who he is, which is why he goes out and do what he did. This reminds me again of Ethan Couch. Remember, Affluenza Boy did what he did. And what did he do? He violated his probation. How did he do it? By being caught on camera playing beer pong. And what happened when they were looking for him? Him and his ratchet mama hopped the border, went from Texas to Mexico, where they ended up finding both of them. Now, I don't know what the circumstances is now for the both of them, but I do know that she got arrested, and I think she did serve some jail time. I don't know if she's still locked up now. And I think he did some jail time too, but that's only because of violation of his probation, not for the initial crime. Just like if he gets any jail time for this one, it's not going to be for the crimes in which he committed that should have landed him in jail, but because of the violation of his probation, which said that, well, one of them clearly is, don't make them have to call us about anything pertaining to you. And what happened? He got a call. And see, it wouldn't have taken them long to want to make a call about him, because people are already upset and on edge because of the outcome of his case. So if he did any type of infraction, which he clearly did right here, it wasn't going to be nothing for someone to pick up that phone and make a call. He already has a bad stain on the community. So they wanted him locked up anyway. So they figured any possible way we can do it, let's go at it. And he has no one to blame but himself, because all he had to do was sit down, be quiet, lay low, continue out his probationary period, and then go on about his little PC life. Because after all, didn't his parents say that they wanted to look out for his future? His future is looking pretty dim right now. But then again, who knows? He can probably skate through this as well. He skated through the biggest hurdles, which was the violations charges. This would be nothing. This is a cakewalk. This is just, this could probably be seen as a misdemeanor. So there you have it. And that's my take on it.